Hey, so I'm gonna help you out with these absolute value problems. This is 1-5, I think. Yes, 1-5. So a couple of quick reminders. Absolute value is actually not a difficult concept. People just seem to make it more complicated than it really is. All it means is how many spaces away from zero it is. So if it's a -2, the absolute value of -2 would be 2. Absolute value of +2 would also be 2. So you just take whatever negative number it is, make it positive. The other thing to remember is that the actual absolute value bars operate a little bit like parentheses. So like with PEMDAS order of operations, you do what's inside the parentheses first. So you just want to make sure you do what's inside those bars first and then move on with your next step. So the first one, absolute value of 54 is just 54. No math involved really, it's just 54. So this one is a little more complicated. So the absolute value of -7 3/5 would just be 7 3/5. Okay, so you just make it positive, but then there's a negative in front of it, so then we have to continue and put that negative in front of it. So our final answer is that, all right? For C, absolute value of 3 is just 3. So I can just drop those absolute value bars and then minus, I'm going to carry that over. And then the absolute value of -1 is 1. So it's just 3 minus 1, which is 2. Okay? Last one, a little more complicated. We've got decimals. 2.2 minus 5.3. This is where you should probably use a calculator. Or go to desmos.com if you don't have a handheld calculator to use. What am I thinking? You'll have phones. You have calculators in your phones. So 2.2 minus 5.13 is negative 2.93. And that's still in our absolute value bars. So then we have to do our final step, which is to remove the bars and remove the negative sign. And our final answer is just going to be 2.93. So there you go. Hope that helped with your absolute value practice.